Deep breath. This is only the start of our long journey, and there are many trials to come. Failures. Setbacks. Frustrations. And all that was only on my first attempt from the last episode. So, let's try again. The beginning of this hideout is pretty trivial. I can get through without any major problems. You know, some scratch damage here or there, but overall, this is the easy part. I love how this game starts out. It's like a cool opening set. You know, rising up a staircase, jumping across an alleyway, right into someone's apartment. It's just a great way to start this game off. And next we have the hallway scene. The most memorable part of the first level for me, and I never really get sick of replaying it, and it's a good thing too because I play this part a lot. Here we have what I consider as the first difficult part. We clear out these rooms at the beginning. There's like 4 people here. Just get rid of them because in the fight ahead, they do add a lot of complexity and some frustrations. I never forget to grab my broom. I really like this weapon, and I just think it's a waste if you don't take it. In this opening, we have a lot of deaths, I'll be honest. We lose a lot here. I don't know why. I think it's just because they can surround you, and they have this mechanic where they can come back after you do a takedown even stronger. In the hallway scene, that doesn't happen. But if you do that here, they have more damage, they have varied attacks, and they take a lot longer to kill. So I think this, like that, right there, that's what I'm talking about. They become like a mini boss, and they're just kind of a hassle. So this is the first of 3, I would say, difficult parts before we get to the boss. Here we get to the first idol of the level. That's where we can level up. We can get some more points and experience. As you can see, I've done quite a bit of grinding. I've got some moves that are permanently unlocked, which makes the game a lot easier for me because I kind of rely on those different skills, and I think that's really going to help us complete this challenge. If we didn't have the permanent unlocks, this would be much more of a grind than it already is. Here we have the big boy, a mini boss. Sometimes he can be a little challenging, but I don't die to him, at least not often. And he's a good kind of a warm-up for the next room to come. Here's what I call the second difficult part of this level before the boss. It's another big room with a lot of people. They surround you, and if you're not paying attention, you can really get your stuff rocked. Like here, there's walls, and if you're not looking around constantly, they can just come up and smack you. And here we have another death. In the future, I need to do a better job of getting them all on one side so they can't surround me. And I'll do that a little bit better. So here we go again. We're going through the guys. We're going as fast as we can because we're tired of doing this part. But it's also really fun. You're learning, you're growing, you're seeing what works. And there's kind of a system you go through each time you play the level over again, where you have the same type of moveset, which helps you get through it quickly, but also can help you develop bad habits for whenever you're fighting people later on that you don't have as much experience with. And, well, in this game, you need to be on your toes. You need to be like water, flowing, reacting, but also trying to act first. And if you get into habits, they can easily fail you. Now here we have the hallway scene again, and I go through this a lot, so I figured let's just show you several at once because you're going to see it a lot regardless, so I might as well do it all at once. I made it to the first part without too many difficulties, so here we are again at the second part. This is where I died last time, and let's see if we can make some changes. Evidently not. So, try number 4 for this episode. Let's go. Here we are, back where we died the last couple times, and we're trying again. Just trying to learn, download, develop. Oh. Okay, not so good. Try, yeah, you get it. You get it. We're gonna keep going. This time, we actually made it through. So, on we go, further on the level. This is kind of like a mini boss fight before the next idol. These guys are tough. They catch your weapons when you throw them. They're switching it up. They hit hard, but they don't usually give me too much trouble. Because there's only 2 of them, it's harder for them to swarm me, and usually I'm able to just kind of skirt by without too many issues. Great thing about getting the next idol is it gives you a full health, so no matter how much damage you do, as long as you live, you're set to go on to the next difficult part, the third part before the boss. This time, the warehouse didn't give me too much trouble. This third part has lots of people, lots of levels. There's definitely a way you can cheese it. I'll show you later on. But sometimes they come and they surround you and they can't really do anything about it. Or at least I don't adapt too well. But sometimes you can get through just fine. And this is the next room. The last couple people before the boss. And usually this is quite an easy fight. Alright, we made it through the squats. First level, no deaths. All we have to do now is beat the boss, and we can move on to the second hideout, which is the club. This man, however, does not go down without a fight. He hits hard, he varies his combos. Sometimes he stops after 2 or 3 kicks, sometimes he goes on for another 6 or 7. It's hard to predict, and with the amount of structure I have, I'm just not really well equipped to take this guy out. So what I'm learning here is the best thing to do is level up my structure. As I go through the level, get 3 idols, I can max out my structure, which helps these big kicks not do so much damage, and usually I can survive them. So here I die. I want to keep learning though, so I retry, download him, you know, just trying to get a better sense of how the fight goes. Ultimately, he does beat me here, and since I've already died, I gotta restart again. This game can be quite a grind. I still have a good time though. It really doesn't get old for me going through these levels, trying to get better, trying to take less damage, learn more, being able to dodge moves you couldn't dodge before. It just feels really good. And that's why I love to play this game. That's why I really want to make a series on it. It's just satisfying. Even though it's repetitive, you feel like you're becoming a martial arts master. Regardless of how poorly or how many tries it takes you, it's just a good time. We made it through the first and second parts without too much difficulty. The mini bosses were taken care of. So here we are in the third part. And this time I'm showing you a little bit of how to cheese. You can just stay up here. You can throw them off over and over again. You can see the pile of bodies here. They just fall and don't get back up usually. And it's just an easy way to get through this third part, which can make it a lot less difficult to get to the boss. And every time I get a new high score, it really feels good. You know you're getting better, you know you're improving, and it just makes a lot of fun, the process of getting to this boss. And here we are again, and Fahar keeps kicking my butt. I really have to do some changes. I have to make changes if I want to do better in this fight. I rise again, just trying to learn a little bit more, but he's brutal. He just keeps taking me down over and over again. Even though I've fallen a few times, I decided to go to the second phase to prepare for the eventual time when I will have to go through this without dying. I believe the second phase I perform a little better at. Doesn't make it a lot easier, but I just think I can handle it a little more than the first phase. I do die here again, unfortunately, but it gives me some hope for this fight, you know, because usually the second phase is a lot harder, but sometimes in this game, the second phase is actually the easier phase, which I'm very grateful for, because these difficult first phases would be kind of miserable to go through over and over again, just knowing that it's going to be way harder the second phase. After a couple deaths here though, I decided maybe I should just take a break. So I took a break. I actually came back to this game and I found that I have a couple outfits unlocked for some reason. Not because I've played the game, but I think it comes with the game. So I thought maybe this guy just needs a bit of a change of pace. So I put on a new outfit and I went to the training mode. Because I've beaten Fahar before, though with dying, I'm able to practice against him, both phases. And the environment's a little bit different. You know, you don't have the plants around for him to kick you into, that kind of thing, but it really does help you learn his combos, how to approach and adapt. You know, I've learned that as soon as he kicks me down, I can roll, get out of the way, you know, mitigate some damage. I'm learning slowly how to deal the most damage to him as possible, because even if you kind of get him off his guard, you only get 1 or 2 hits before he's right back at it. I'm learning that the structure is best dealt with by deflecting, and then whenever your structure gets really high, you want to dodge. You know, as you dodge, your structure bar goes back down. You can take a few hits, make a few mistakes, and yeah, I'm just learning slowly how to deal with this boss. I'm getting better though. I'm kind of learning his moves. I'm learning he's sometimes really unfair, but not really unfair. That's the thing about this game. It's not unfairness. I just need to be better at reacting. So I decided I'll do one more try for this episode. I've done some training, you know. I have a new suit on. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling prepared. So I make it through the hallway scene without too many issues. And here we are in the first difficult part, getting ready to just kind of breeze through these guys and go on to the next part of the game. And I die again. I'm thinking I need some time to meditate and try again some other time.